All right, this is my audience. When you hear the word voodoo, what do you think of? You probably think of dolls, demonic possessions, curses, sacrifices, and even the voodoo shop in New Orleans in the French Quarter. Living in Louisiana, this is a place where we hear that phrase very often, and it is something that is all around us. I'm sure you've heard of the name Marie Laveau. She was a hairdresser in the French Quarter and was the first commercial voodoo queen specializing in romance and finance. She was born a free woman of color, and it is not sure if she was born in either 1794 or 1801. Wikipedia states she was born in 1801, but the Britannica Encyclopedia states she was born in 1794. She was a devout Catholic and attended Mass daily and was married by the age of 25. She was skilled in medicine and healing herbs and was feared by all. She lived to die an old woman and died in the year 1881. Marie Laveau was born on September 10th in 1801. She was of Native American descent and French descent. She was married at the St. Louis Cathedral on August 4th, 1819 to Joaquez Paris. Joaquez died in 1820, only 6 months after they were married. This was a suspicious death, and also it was suspicious because he did go missing. Once he died and disappeared, she became known as the Widow Paris. A year later, she became the common law wife of Christopher Glapion, and they believed that they had 15 children. The youngest was named Marie Laveau II. She followed in her mother's footsteps. According to Answers Africa, she opened a beauty parlor for the wealthy in Louisiana in the French Quarter. She used this to gain information from the wealthy homes in New Orleans. She also started attending the free Sundays for the slaves. They had Sundays free, and she would go there to gain information on the wealthy clients. She would have private sessions in front of her cottage, and they would have altars, candles, and offerings. They would have weekly meetings that they would chant, and everyone would dress in black and white robes, and they would offer up liquor and food. She also did many community services and would offer services to the sick and the jails to help in the community. She later died in her home on June 17, 1881. Voodoo on the Bayou states that Marie Laveau was buried at plot 347 at the St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. Now you can only enter that cemetery with a tour guide. But Voodoo on the Bayou also states for years after she died, people used to go put money on her grave in the St. Louis Cemetery. Up until now, some people go there and put their hand on her grave and make wishes, and their wishes granted. Also today, people put 3 X's on her grave, and they believe that will grant them wishes as well. Marie Laveau was a very strong voodoo queen that is portrayed in a lot of movies and books today. If you ever get a chance, go take a tour in New Orleans and visit her grave, and maybe Marie Laveau can grant one of your wishes as well.